Well, when I was beginning to search for preschools, I felt like I had experience going into it, having been a teacher before I became a mother. And friends recommended checking out Lyle, so I did. And when I came in, within seconds of meeting the teachers and just seeing the building itself, I knew this is where I wanted them to be.
You know, you meet the staff and you realize that, you know, you're here 30 years and 25, and you know there's something special about this place, and it seems like, you know, this place grabs you and you can't leave. The staff is overqualified. Their love for students and their passion, that's what made us want to stay and be part of this.
We are real advocates for child development. Sometimes the schools forget that young children are just emerging beings, and we can't hurry that process along. So we try to help everyone slow down and service the children with the program that meets their needs.
Individualized attention is a really important thing in our classroom. We do get to know the children very well. We develop a personal, positive relationship with each of them.
We have to know who they are, to know what their needs are. And once we can establish that after some periods of observation, we really engage the child in that conversation. We provide the guidance and the expectations at some point, but we're looking to do that out of a relationship with them. But we also have the room set up so children can make their own choices. They might want to pull out a game or a puzzle or some Legos or get themselves involved in dramatic play.
One day we had this decision that we were going to teach the kids to make kites. And we had this paper plate, and we had designed it to have strings that came down and a knot at the bottom so that you could hold the knot and fly it in the air. And one little boy decided that it reminded him quite a lot of a parachute. And the teachers were able to say, well, wow, how do you think you could make that work as a parachute? He was able to tie an animal onto the bottom of it. He went up to the top of the loft, lifted it up, and let it go. And it worked. So pretty soon he had, I bet, 16 children over there, and it became a physics experiment. Because they're able to choose what they want to do, they just can learn whatever they're ready to learn.
I'm making chocolate.
The small ratio of children to the teachers in Lyle is really important to me, just because it focuses in on the children's needs.
Well, in our preschool class, we have about a 4 to 5 children to 1 teacher ratio. This makes it very effective for us to get to know the children individually. We work together as a team of teachers, so we share those observations. And from there, we develop strategies. If one child needs some one-on-one time at a particular time of day, we work amongst ourselves to determine that. If we're trying to maybe foster some new friendships, we identify those children and work together to give experiences so that that can happen more easily.
I think each of the teachers here have their own individual strengths, for sure. And I think we're all aware of what the strengths are. I think because we know what each person is best at, we're able to really, if we could all just merge into one teacher, I think we've got the perfect teacher package. There's nothing like having a group of people who respect each other so much and can just share all of their best qualities with each other.
I think what I've enjoyed most about the teachers is how approachable they are. The entire staff at Lyle, I don't feel like there's anything I can't ask. they don't ever appear inconvenienced when I'm, bringing up something about my child or a concern or just a question. And what I also like is that they usually get to me before I get to them with something.
I personally think communication is so important with parents. I know as a parent, I always wanted to know everything that was going on. And so we try to keep them up to date, weekly emails telling them what's going on in the classroom. They have our phone numbers and our email address. We're available anytime for any concerns, and we do really try to keep them in the loop.
We are very used to extra adults in the classroom. We're always open to having people watch us and comment to us if there's anything we can do to improve our teaching style or anything that we can do to make their child's experience better. We're very receptive to that, and we expect that parents are going to want to be involved, and I think that's part of what makes us who we are.
Our parents are one of our most valuable resources at Jean Lyle. We rely on them for many day-to-day things. We really function with that wonderful phrase, it does take a village to raise a child.
Our children go off to all kinds of different schools. They go to public schools, private schools, charter schools, parochial schools. We've had kids who've been homeschooled. And our kids do well in all kinds of settings, so this isn't just preparing them for one kind of next school experience. They're well prepared for all manner of school settings when they leave here.
When a child has experienced a really strong preschool, they enter big school, as we say, with a level of confidence that will serve them well as they go through the years.
I think children just leave here knowing that they have had success and they have broadened their horizons, and to a child, they are ready for whatever that next step is going to be.
And because they leave with such high self-esteem from our program, they're able to move on to the next program, and they feel confident in their abilities. They feel confident in who they are and how they can get along and what they can do if something isn't working out. They have this whole bag of skills that they can draw from. And I think it's the social emotional piece that is something that we have, that we can offer that other places are kind of putting on the wayside right now.
Just the passion, the love, and the commitment of the staff to the school, you have to have that trust, and it was really easy to have that.
If you want a school that nurtures your child, that appreciates differences, and gets children excited about learning, Jean Lyle is the place to send them, and you will send them and have no regrets.